looked at destiny and free will to understand that we do have a destiny because of the momentum of past action, but also that the landscape of our lives is not entirely fixed. We have a divinely given free will, and we are meant to utilize that free will. And in fact, the tools of the Vedic tradition are meant in part to help us attune our free will to Dharma, to strengthen our ability to act deliberately rather than to be compelled by the momentum of our karma alone. So the teachings of karma are really not just to say, well, that's your karma, that's that. There's nothing you can do about it. That's just your destiny. The reason we look at understanding karma and use tools of this tradition that work with our karma is to help us mediate between those areas of our life that are more fixed, those destined aspects of life, and those areas of life in which we have choice, free will, and responsibility to make choices and utilize our free will. Your destiny does thrust you into a particular birth, which is called a jati in Sanskrit. And that birth on earth will have a mix of sukha and dukkha, sweetness or pleasure, and pain or suffering. Every life has a mix of these two. You cannot escape pleasure in this life, happiness, sweetness. Even in the most dire of environments, you will still hear laughter. And you cannot escape pain. Even a person with the most privileged life will still get a headache and diarrhea from time to time, will still experience loss. So every life has a mix of the two, sukha and dukkha. And within that, as a yogic person, you strive to grow as a person. And understanding that, understanding karma helps us to have self compassion for our circumstances, for our limitations, appreciation for the blessings in our lives, knowing that it's all given, or a large part of it is just given. And we can have compassion for others, that they were given a particular circumstance due to the momentum of their karma. And it's not all up to them. It's not entirely in their control, just as your life is not entirely in your control. Some of it is. And so, as a yogic person, we can say, this life is my spiritual purpose. What am I learning moment to moment? How am I growing through these experiences? Where am I able to make deliberate choice? What pain can I release? What virtue can I cultivate out of this experience? What about this life and this circumstance, this experience is significant? And this is how we grow in